We all have to do something. Whatever you do, figure out a way to make it fight this administration.
Mm-hmm.
Springsteen has put a target on himself. And if you look at what he's talked shit about him, he actually said mega to boycott all his shows, which I just think is the dumbest thing. Springsteen is probably the most beloved American artist across the board. With
iconic.
Yes, iconic from on both sides.
Yeah.
And that he's still doing it after all these years to put him. I mean, because literally Trump's people are nuts. To put himself in harm's way like that is pretty stunning.
I did notice a lot more security last night.
Yeah.
Than I've ever seen.
Yeah,
before.
I did too. I noticed security that looked a lot like, oh, you were CIA or something. I noticed some security that was like,
oh, you're an armed guard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dead serious. That calm, serious military vibe.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed.
Even when we were talking to Nils, a guy put his body between us and the people in the lounge area.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
I did notice that. He didn't turn sideways once. He stayed like this to block Nils.
I thought he was waiting to talk to Nils, and I realized at one point that no, he was blocking Nils. Former CIA director is saying Russia no longer has the upper hand in the Ukraine war. Petraeus said Russia no longer is winning. I think what's remarkable is that Russia no longer has the upper hand. Russia heavily outnumbers Ukraine. It outguns Ukraine. It has an economy 10 or 12 times the size of Ukraine's. And yet the Ukrainian forces right now are stopping the Russians cold on the front lines, he said.
Aren't they blowing up like gas depots too? They're blowing up fuel depots. They're like sending drones deep into, like, it's no longer on just their border. They're going into Russia.
They just, they have a secret unit that just struck Putin's shadow fleet from Libya. Because Ukraine says Russia uses oil export revenues to fund the war, making its tanker fleets legitimate targets.
Good. I like it. By the way, all comedians should always be in charge of stuff.
It's so strange how they're doing better now that Trump isn't getting the intelligence.
So explain this to me. Run that through me. Explain it. So what happened?
So our government stopped getting intel on the Ukraine war.
Really?
Uh-huh.
So I heard that.
And we're not supplying all the stuff now. European countries are. And they're not telling our government what they're doing.
No?
No. And suddenly, like Petraeus said, it almost makes no sense. They're so outnumbered and outgunned, but they're winning.
So when I read this,
what that has to do with anything.
So we've been saying that, and what I don't understand is it's obvious that Putin and Trump are buddies. They've known each other since 1987. This is a long-term relationship. We watched him basically prostrate himself to Putin when he was in Helsinki that time. So what happened, people, was...
And Alaska.
Here's what happened. The UK and France decided to send us fake intel about the Ukraine war.
Mm-hmm.
And they sent it to us to share it with us. And Russia had it. Like, it came to us, and then Russia had it. So they wanted to see if, for some reason, that somehow the intel that we were getting was going to Putin. And they found out that it was.
My goodness.
So they stopped sending us classified intel on the war. And now Ukraine's kicking ass. I hope to God when this is done, not only does this guy go to jail, I want every one of his family members going to jail. I want Jared Kushner in jail. And Hugh Jackman goes to dinner with him. I want Hugh Jackman in jail.
Well,
I want anybody who's actually connected to these psychopaths who are looting the country and basically committing treason on the daily. They gotta go. And to you people that follow him, if you any maggots watch this and you want to leave a comment, go ahead. But if at this point, first of all, if you weren't out when he came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and thieves, then you're already a psychopath. However, if you're not out now, then you're the dumbest or the most evil or both person in our country.
I don't think they're watching.
Good.
Okay. This episode brought to you by Square. You're just not segwayable today.
All right, well, you want to try it? I'll try to do it.
Give me
yeah,
okay.
Ready?
Okay.
So, man, it was really great. We went to the concert last night, and it
Oh.
was awesome. And you remember you got your shirt.
I did. Yeah.
So and it was so fun how they did it so fast. I would
Yep.
just tap my card, and then I do merch like that
How'd
too.
they do that?
I think they used a company. What's the company they use?
Square.
Is it Square?
It was Square.
Wow.
It was everywhere
Was
last
that better?
night. That was a lot better. I mean, it was a little on the nose, but I'll take it. Square was everywhere.
Yeah.
At concessions.
So easy.
Merch. So easy. Even surround the city. Bruce's, not Trump's, charity.
Yeah.
I tapped my card and donated with Square. Just
I didn't even see that. I didn't know that.
no, well, you're not as good of a person as I
That's
am.
valid.
Clearly.
That's a valid point.
If you don't know what Square is everything that you need, especially if you're a small business. We use it for our payroll. They do everything for us.
Taxes.
Yes. State, they file our quarterly state, our annual, our federal, and then they just spit out forms for us, or it's not even a form, it's spreadsheets for me to send the accountant. Done. I don't know what I'm doing. Ken gets his stuff done for him too. It's incredible.
But also, if you're a seller, what I noticed I bought more stuff from Springsteen last night
Yes,
because
did,
it was so easy.
Yeah.
It was like,
if it had to be cash, we wouldn't have. Yeah. But, so also you can sell things. They have, hardware that you can get so that you can accept credit cards anywhere you are, which revolutionizes small business. I mean, even my, friend, the girl that does my hair, she does it at home when she's off instead of when she's at the salon. And so I just tap.
at her house.
Yeah.
Wow.
She can accept it anywhere. They also have savings accounts, Square Banking, and you can access your money immediately with Square Banking. So, and they accept every type. They even take Apple Pay, so you can boop with your phone if you're into booping. So you don't
I'm so into booping.
We no longer need IT teams or accounting teams in-house here. We can run a business, and this is all happening in the background to make that possible. If you're starting a business or running one that deserves better tools, Square helps you sell, manage, and grow without slowing down. Right now, you can get up to $200 off the Square hardware if you go to square.com/go/Titus. That's SQUARE.com/GO/Titus. Run your business smarter with Square. Get started today.
Guys, it's the most convenient way to do it. We've used it for years now,
Totally.
and it keeps getting better.